Hi, I'm Jodie Maloney from the Happy Goddess. One of the most popular items in the online store is this self-covering button kits. So one of the most frequently asked questions I get is how do you actually use those kits? So I've put together a really quick tutorial on how to use the button kits, giving you some tips on how to achieve a really nice finish with your buttons. In the button kit you'll receive a toolkit. You'll receive the tops of the buttons, and you can choose between two different backings depending on your project. The metal looped back is more for a sew-on type project, where the flat back is more for craft, where you could maybe add an adjustable ring, or you could add a brooch back, bobby pin, or even a snap clip. So once you have decided which size button you need the correct tool. The tools are actually different for every size, so if you decide you need a different size button, you will need a different size tool kit. Grab your fabric and place the top of your button just over the little picture that you were wanting to be on the top of your button, just to make sure it all fits very nicely, and this one does. So then I take my rubber base and I place it over, sort of trying to center the girls. Now you can buy a template which you can use for each size button, and it will give you the exact measurements that you need to cut out. I don't think it's really necessary. I just leave a margin of about 1.5 centimeters, 1 to 1.5 centimeters, and it only needs to be rough. These edges will be included into the back of the button, so you won't see the edges at all. So it doesn't need to be an exact circle, and it just needs to be rough. Okay, just a little bit like that. Once we've cut out the fabric, we now need to center it, ready to put into the rubber base. So I'm just going to make sure that's sitting where it should be, and then carefully place it in the rubber base. Now you can see through, yeah, and that looks pretty right, and you fold over the margin. Now this is where you don't want too much margin, otherwise it will make underneath the backing quite bulky, and sometimes the backing won't sit properly. So you fold that in. If you do find you have too much, just fan it out and just cut it a little bit with your scissors. Take your backing. Now you need to make sure that the backing is going to be straight. Get your plastic pusher and then push it down. Just use some force with your hand and you'll hear it pop. And it's done. And there's your little button. And you should have a little lip. The button back sits just down, probably 1 to 2 mil from the actual top of the button. So that's when you know you've got it right. And that's it.